And I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son, and he sent me some videos, and it is alarming.
A gritty form of rap with songs and viral dances made to celebrate local murders.
Now, there's currently a war on drill rap going on. You heard the clip I played you at the beginning. That was actually the mayor of New York speaking out against drill rap. This is a pretty big deal, and I wanted to have this conversation because it is, after all, an important one. So yeah, let's talk about it. Now, the clip I played you at the beginning was from a speech the New York mayor held the other day. His name is Eric Adams, and he decided to speak out against drill rap, essentially saying, hey, this music and these visuals are bad for the community, so we gotta censor it. That's what he said in a nutshell, and he made this other statement after this one as well that I'll also play you. But first, let's check out what he said on this first speech.
And I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son, and he sent me some videos, and it is alarming. And we are going to pull together the social media companies and sit down with them and state that you have a civic and corporate responsibility. You know, I mean, we pulled Trump off Twitter because of what he was spewing. Yet we are allowing music, displaying of guns, violence. We're allowing it to stay on these sites because look at the victims. We're bringing them in. We're going to show exactly what is being displayed. And we are alarmed by it. We are alarmed by the use of social media to really over-proliferate this violence in communities.
So as you could hear, he said that he wants to ban drill music videos from the internet, and it sounds like he's more concerned with the visuals rather than the music itself. That being said, overall, he's speaking out against drill. I want to show you this other statement that he made before we continue with this conversation. Let's check that out.
Mayor Adams taking the next steps as he tries to curb the violence associated with drill rap. And as Lisa Evers explains, he's getting some help from some big names for his battle.
Mayor Eric Adams made national headlines late Friday when he called out social media companies for their responsibility in promoting violence in drill rap videos, and he vowed to put a plan in motion. Now we're learning it's already underway. We caught up with Mayor Adams after he stopped by to support Fashion Week events. He denies he wants to ban drill rap videos.
We're going to bring in the social media industry, and why not use this healthy way of communicating with young people instead of talking about people who died and been disrespectful to their death through violence. Why not empower young people to use drill music to talk about what's great about life?
Adams has already begun to meet with hip-hop artists who are not drill rappers, including Fat Joe and former Bad Boy artist Shine, now a politician in Belize. He says he plans to meet with more.
Not using drill on who killed each other or stamping on someone's grave or antagonizing to create what is considered the retaliatory shootings. Many of the shootings in our city are due to retaliatory actions. We don't need that.
Brooklyn has seen a surge in violence. DA Eric Gonzalez has seen a rise in social media drill rap videos using real guns that are used in real crimes.
So on that first statement he made, he was saying, why are we allowing these music videos to be promoted on these social media networks? Most likely talking about places like YouTube and IG. He was also talking about how he was gonna sit down with all the big social media companies and hold them responsible for allowing drill on their platforms. Now on that second statement he made, we didn't hear him outright say that. I actually like the second statement he made more than the first because he did say some things that are objectively good. We'll touch on that later, but his stance on the music is very clear. Fabio Foreign actually ended up responding to the mayor through an interview with TMZ. This is what he said.
It's not the music that's killing people. It's the music that's helping from the hood get out the hood. You feel me? So we need that. You take that from people who be in the hood killing each other.
Now, since the audio on here was kinda garbage, let me summarize some of the things Fabio said. He essentially just said that drill is not the problem, it's not the music that's killing people. The music is in fact helping a lot of the rappers who are making drill because it helps them feed their kids. The other day, he also put up this tweet directly responding to the mayor's comments about drill. This is what Fabio said. City of Gods got Kanye West and Alicia Keys. That's a collab with Alicia Keys and Kanye with Fabio Foreign, if you're wondering. City of Gods got Kanye West and Alicia Keys showing love for New York City. I love this city. All we're trying to do is be positive inspirations for communities and families. This is the sound in New York. We're just trying to show the world how far we can take it. Don't stop the video from dropping. Fabio followed up that tweet by saying, I would love to come together and work on some type of common ground, but it's definitely not the music that's causing or contributing to the violence. I want to sit down and talk with Eric Adams so we can work towards changing this city for the better. Fight with us, not against us. Now, Fabio Foreign is one of the rappers who's at the forefront of the Brooklyn drill wave, so obviously he's going to be an advocate of the music since he makes that music. And by the way, the mayor did actually end up sitting down with Fabio and a couple other drill rappers.
Mayor Adams met with a group of drill rap artists last night. He's criticized the music genre for contributing to the rising violence in the city.
But as CBS 2's Andrea Klein-Thomas explains, the mayor and the rappers were able to come to an agreement.
There's been a lot of talk about drill rap, drill music, New York City, connecting violence with the culture.
Late Tuesday evening, drill rappers met with Mayor Eric Adams, who's been critical of their music, saying it's causing a spike in violence.
I got some things to say about this entire thing, but the first thing I want to say is censorship ain't the way. Banning something won't stop people from consuming or finding whatever it is that you banned. I think the topic of drugs is a good example. Just because hard drugs are illegal in most places, that doesn't stop people from acquiring those drugs. We're gonna get into some of the negative influences drill has, but I want to say this, man. You can't put everything on a music. Rap music has been getting used as a scapegoat for violence. It's been going on since the 80s, ever since NWA blew up in the mainstream. Violence going on in any community, I don't believe can be subjected to one thing and one thing only, because at the end of the day, it's an ecosystem we're talking about. You take away one thing in that ecosystem, like for example drill, you still got all these other unsolved issues within that ecosystem, like poverty, which in itself trickles down to a bunch of negative things. So you take away drill, you're still left with a whole host of problems. Now here's the thing, drill and everything that comes with the subgenre, it does serve as a form of validation to anyone who's already living that life. Meaning if you're already living the lifestyle that's portrayed in these records, the music validates that lifestyle every single time you listen to it. If you're on the outside, however, if you're like me, a law-abiding citizen, it's entertainment, nothing more, nothing less. But going back to what I said a second ago, it validates your decision to continue on that path, to continue doing what you're doing out in the streets, whatever that may be, killing, robbing, selling dope, whatever. Now, why does this happen though? That's the question we need to ask, and I think that's the $1,000,000 question. First of all, these drill records that are popping, they're made by kids. We're talking 15, 16, 17-year-olds. K-Flock is a good example. Do you guys remember that story I covered about 2 months ago? K-Flock, a young rapper out of the Bronx, became a wanted man for murder. Now, K-Flock's been popping in the city of New York way before that arrest. He got signed to a major label during the summer of 2021. His music videos were going super crazy on the internet, but this man was blowing up right after he turned 18. And if you've heard some of his music, you know exactly what he raps about. There's a big wave of these young rappers coming out of the scene who honestly, man, the majority of these guys are under the age of 18. Yet they're making these records about making their mothers cry, killing that guy and that guy and that guy, whatever. So these kids are literally making money from talking about destroying their own community. They're talking about killing their own brothers, someone who looks like them, and making their family grieve, all because they're on opposing sides gang-wise. If you really break it down, this shit is kind of whack. It's not cool. It's lame. There's nothing cool about pushing a bunch of dope into your community or killing someone who looks like you all because of a petty street beef. But here's the thing, man. A lot of times, these young cats, they're doing all this because someone who's older from their community has at some point encouraged them to go down this path. If not verbally, they've at least seen them living that lifestyle, and like they say, actions speak louder than words. And that has inspired them to go down that road. So the people who are supposed to condemn these young guys' actions in their community are actually encouraging it. So all the OGs who are supposed to speak some sense into these young men, they're doing the same exact shit. Now this issue right here, okay, this could be solved with one thing, which is a strong father figure in the household. So drill is not the issue here. It's just a symptom of a deeper problem. The deeper problem being what I just said, no father figure. Too many young black men who are out here growing up without fathers in their households, and that right there makes them turn to the streets because they're looking for that masculine figure out there because they don't have it in their house. And this is a result of that. A bunch of kids from my community, the black community, talking about killing each other. These kids literally don't have any guidance. No wonder they start idolizing these rappers and rap about what they're rapping about. Honestly, a lot of these kids are lost, man. Not only are they raised in harsh environments, not only are they growing up poor, on top of that, they have zero role models around them. Most times they come from single mother households, and men, Mothers can't control their boys like that, and I don't blame them. That's a father's job. A strong father will ground a young boy. He'll put him on a right track. So all this standing in the corner, hanging out with the gangbangers, that does not happen with a strong father in the picture. So that's what it comes down to in the end. It comes down to the family. Now, going back to what Mayor Eric Adams said, he did make some good points on that second statement. All he was saying on that statement was, why can't we rap about positive things instead of dissing the dead and antagonizing others, which leads to more violence? Although he's right, that's not what drill as a subgenre is all about, so that's unfortunately not going to change. Where he was wrong though is the whole censorship route, because I don't think that's a solution. What is the solution? Well, honestly, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But what I do know is that one of the issues is within the household, because that's where everything starts. So the war on drill rap, we can argue for it, we can argue against it. One thing's for certain, censorship is never the way to go. But yeah, the war on drill rap. Any thoughts on this entire conversation? You heard what the New York mayor had to say, and you know what I think. What's your 2 cents on this entire conversation? Banning drill videos from the internet, is that gonna solve anything? Yes or no? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this.